Ohio State has seen an 8% decrease in the number of African American students at its main campus in Columbus since 2001. Currently, there are fewer than 3,300 African American students enrolled out of more than 56,000 total students at main campus. That is 5.8% of the student population. Ohio State leaders and students give their thoughts on why this decrease is happening.
One, I think we have to acknowledge that our admission standards have increased for very good intentions in terms of being able to recruit and enroll the best students that our nation can provide. I think at the same time we look at the increase in the number of students who are exploring other options immediately out of high school, which includes maybe not testing the four-year college waters, but maybe going somewhere such as a community college or an extension campus to sort of get their feet wet and to get a taste of college life. I think we also have to consider the financial factors of going to college. Tuition across the nation, whether it's a private or public institution, is going up.
There isn't really a lot of opportunities academic-wise to study in terms of like tutoring and stuff, because a lot of African Americans struggle with the mathematics and science courses, and so they get really discouraged, especially if they fail one of the courses.
Ohio State student Royce Daniels takes notice of the lack of African American students in the classroom.
Like the Hale Center right here, it used to be, like the center of everything. Like you come in here, this whole lab would be packed and stuff. You get a whole bunch of people in here, and that's how I know that the amount of black students on campus is decreasing, because things like this, like there's not half as many people as there used to be.
Ohio State's National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or NCAACP, President Lachey Roach, thinks the problem starts in the early years of education.
The problem is with the public education that a lot of our African American students are getting around Ohio and in other areas. And as a result, with the prerequisites to get into Ohio State increasing, such as ACT scores, SAT scores, GPA requirements, that ultimately impacts those students. So either A, they don't apply to get it or to come to the university, or B, they are declined from the main branch. Is it that those are happening just to keep us on a prestigious level, or is that ultimately happening to keep minority students from even applying to come? But with that decrease in black students here, I find myself stressed out a lot, because I am reaching out to do more because we have less students. So spreading myself thin to work with organizations that are primarily white, who only have a few black students, if not just one, which would be me or another student.
Some students think the number of African American students is higher than it is, and give their thoughts on why there has been a decrease.
Just 25%. Maybe they want to go to more schools closer to where they live, which might not be in Columbus, or they're not really into all these people. I mean, there's 50,000 of us here.
Some students and leaders feel more assistance and recruitment are needed in order to increase the African American student population at Ohio State.
I feel like what we could do to change that would probably be offer more scholarships, offer more side help, or maybe mandatory meetings that they have to, or we have to come to maybe every quarter. Maybe offer, like I said, more tutoring opportunities that are free, not that you have to pay for it because we're all broke.
We know that the pool is a tad bit competitive. And again, I think we have to think more creatively about how we tap into students early on, so that you provide that bridge for students to be able to come to this campus and experience it. I think when students see themselves in this environment and that they can be successful, and there are resources like the Multicultural Center here for them to experience that taste of success, then it becomes sort of embedded that I do belong here. I can make it here. I can graduate from here.